The thousands who took part in the protest these past 2 weeks not only caused problems for police, but they created grave concern for healthcare professionals who fear that the mass gatherings could result in a new wave of coronavirus cases. And they're calling on the protesters to get tested.
I do think there is a potential, unfortunately, for this to be a seeding event.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention fears that because many protesters were not wearing masks and not practicing social distancing, that there could have been individuals in the crowd who were unknowingly infected with the virus. With an estimated 20,000 protesters in the city, Governor Cuomo has warned that one person could be a super spreader and infect hundreds of people. The CDC says the risk of getting infected is greater in densely populated areas like New York.
It's important for protesters to be tested because of what they're exposed to during the protests.
A professor of public health at Hofstra University, Dr. Anthony Santella is a specialist in infectious disease prevention.
They're exposed to respiratory droplets when people speak and scream. They're not wearing masks consistently. They may be around people who are asymptomatic and not know they're infected.
We have advocated strongly the ability to have face coverings and masks available to protesters.
Testing.
It could be days before we learn if any of the protesters were exposed to the virus. Mayor de Blasio has implored them not to wait to find out.
If you have been at one of these protests, I want to strongly urge you to get tested. It has been a real concern that people have gathered in close proximity.
It's being advised to consult your doctor if you experience any of these symptoms.
Cough, fever, shortness of breath are the three main things.
Governor Cuomo is telling protesters they have a civic duty to be responsible and get a test. And he cautions ominously, if you are at one of those protests, he, out of an abundance of caution, would assume that you're infected. Reporting from home, I'm Marvin Scott, Pix 11 News.